All right. So, when last we left off, the Fellowship of the Truly Sad was on a mission to return the Princess Aurelia to her homeland of Ornidia. You guys were, to the end, you guys were making your way from the Velven Thicket to the Festerwill Pool. You were making your way through a pass you've been told about that was guarded by Kenra, which are like jackal-like, who sort of humanoid people with sort of bodies of humans but heads of jackals. You guys are making your way sort of through the pass that the Kenra guarded when you guys are sort of accosted by Ashtari, a Kenra you knew from before that you had saved from a Death Knight. He told you that there was a prophetess named Iphigenia who was resurrecting the dead. This name sort of brought some memories back to Wilfred, who knew of an Iphigenia who used to be a priestess of Sarenrae, but it had fallen away and sort of been corrupted through unclear circumstances. You guys then agreed to help Ashtari and help him sort of figure out whatever was going on. And you guys were making your way sort of up along sort of these snaking ridges and snaking and sort of giant crevasses and caverns when you guys were confronted by Atlan, a former acquaintance who had been asking for your help to track the Wormkin, but whose grave you had found outside the Velven Thicket, a grave that held no body. There you saw him now no longer alive per se, but not dead either, a undead creature. You guys attempted to reason with him, but he told you that he would not allow you into the realm of Iphigenia. And quickly a fight broke out as the two sides failed to reach an impasse. You were attacked on all sides by Death Knights, and in the melee, a bald sort of young elf began to fire arrows from the cliffside. You guys really took a beating, but sort of as things seemed most dire, a clarion call echoed out and sort of reverberated from the walls and seemed to draw off the Death Knights who carried the body of Atlan back with them, who had fallen. Through some good healing rolls, you guys were able to sort of revive Wilfred, who then healed the party. And you guys begin to make your way. You guys are making your way away from the scene of this fight as we pick up tonight's session. Fellowship of the Truly Sad. Where are you headed to?
Well, definitely away from this clearing. Opposite direction.
This is a terrible clearing.
Whichever way those knights went, we're going the other way, I think. I assume even if that means backtracking.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Ooh, Hunter, Gerthan, you take 10 points of healing.
Oh. I think you were saying 10 points of damage. I was like, what?
I'm going to heal myself for 14.
Yeah, we're really going through this woods to try to get to the coast, I guess. That's our main goal.
Skirting
Yeah.
around these mountains, yeah. Looks like those. I'm gonna send Demon Chad kind of hovering above them for a while as we backtrack and just kind of see if he can stay with them and find out where they're going, where they're maybe hiding out at.
Oh, yeah. Let's do one thing first, just to see. Okay. So you send Demon Chad up, and he sort of flies up into sort of the atmosphere, and he quickly sees the Death Knights carrying Atlan. They don't appear to take much notice of him. They begin to make their way up sort of the cliffside, although they quickly turn towards sort of a smaller mountain with sort of a not barren, sort of a top that has some vegetation on it, some grass, and on it there are these large sort of Stonehenge-esque pillars on it. The Death Knights carry Atlan up and lay him down on sort of a stone altar. On that altar, they sort of stand around for a minute, and then all of a sudden you see a purplish sort of shimmer begin to sort of appear, and this shimmer slowly turns into the form of a woman with sort of she's sort of a high elf, so an Eladrin, and she has these um, dark hair, sort of, but everything is sort of colored by almost like an aura, a purple aura that surrounds her. She begins to chant some words in a language you and Demon Chad do not understand. And after some hand motions, she pulls out some items that roll a perception check for Demon Chad.
Perception?
Yes.
That's my one.
Wisdom.
14.
14. So you catch sight of her pulling out some sort of items from her pockets, but he can't quite see what they are. And then she begins to sort of chant, and then all of a sudden you see her put her 2 fingers on Atlan's eyes, and they all sort of open up, and his eyes sort of all of a sudden open, and he sort of like sits up.
Well,
He's asking.
guys, I think we definitely need to get out of here. I know we need to basically go the opposite direction at this point. They are essentially reviving Atlan. Some goddess figure appeared after these Death Knights chanted up on the hill there, and she placed her hands on Atlan after sacrificing a few items and saying the proper incantations. It seems to be that she has revived Atlan again.
Died at least twice. I guess we could go back to this little note. Wait on that.
There's got to be a way around. What about that map you have?
Yeah, we're at the Fester Wheel Pools, correct?
You are not quite at the Festerwill Pool. You are between the Festerwill Pool and the Velven Thicket. Let me see if I can share screen.
Velvet Thicket.
I would
Now-
like to ask the group, so where are you guys trying to get to? Or what's your current goal?
We're trying to get towards the Stonecage Cliffs,
Which are west. of
which are
very.
the very western.
Northwest.
So we're somewhere around here. We're trying to get over here.
I think we're somewhere around here.
Velvet
Fester
Thicket
Wheel.
and Fester Wheel around here.
We don't know where we are. We don't know.
We're somewhere around.
Well,
In this
I'm glad
area.
we're all on the same boat.
Well, our main thing is this
Chromes.
Crohn's. Try to get her back.
We're trying to
I
get
haven't
over.
noticed she's a fish person.
Our homeland
I
is
did
in the
notice
past.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, Velvet Thicket, Fester Wheel Pools, and there's mountains all around here.
Yes. So
Turn on this map.
you guys are sort of here. You're sort of moving. You sort of got up in the mountains. This is the pass that you guys were sort of where the Kenra are, and then the Festival Pool is on the other side of this pass.
She doesn't speak common, really, so she can't understand.
She might understand. She's
Bits and
broken.
pieces. But we're not getting there super fast.
It's just like we're just trying to get there at some point.
Where do you all spread out on this quest?
Oh,
Oh.
Way up north, when we all met up.
we met
Farther northeast up in
Fellbank, which is way up here. So Fellbank's here. And we've kind of traveled or done a little bit up here and then come down.
Yeah, done a good bit of traveling.
Yes, as a group.
I've been somewhere. I mean, that map would have been really nice for me to have
Yeah.
a while back. But
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, we bought this in the town prior.
What are you doing way out here?
well, I lived in a small village years ago. My parents, living a normal
Everyone
life,
does,
minding
yeah.
our own business. And our village was overrun by raiders. And they kidnapped me. Not sure what happened to the rest of the village, but they took me off into the wilderness, and I managed to escape. But then I could never manage to find my way home. So
Sorry to hear that.
I've been on my own for quite some time now. So it's good to see
It does seem
some
like
other people.
Yeah.
I'm not just these undead guys walking around.
Yeah. Well, you have maybe caught us on an off day.
Yeah.
Can I roll for perception on the group in general?
Yeah,
Make
there's-
an insight check. Yeah, make an insight check.
that's wisdom.
Mhm.
21.
All right. So since you're rolling on the group in general, I'll answer. So you get the feeling that these are eclectic folk that are odd. You get a general impression that that the small halfling seems honest and forthright enough. The dragonborn seems a little bit not quite so observant, not quite so clever.
That's one way, yeah.
It's hard to get a grasp of the tiefling, the purple tiefling. He's he seems not shady or creepy, but he's also a little hard to pin down.
More guarded, maybe.
Yeah, maybe guarded is the right word. Yeah. The human he doesn't seem so bright. And then the sort of the fish lady seems again sort of again she seems like she's oblivious a lot of the time.
That's a language barrier thing.
Probably. She's actually a very smart guy.
All she knows,
You guys just think she's really dumb.
is if she sees us fighting, she knows the kill.
That's good.
She knows this part. And this guy here, we have no idea who he is. He just came up and asked for our help, and
Or the jackal guy.
the jackal.
Yeah.
Um,
Whatever his name.
Then
Well-
we skirt down to the Festerwell pool and kind of take that road around these.
well, that's what we're trying to get to.
I guess, what's the jackal's name?
Ashtari.
What was it?
Ashtari.
Ashtari? Is there another way? I guess we're trying to make it through these mountains, but if we go that way, that seems really bad. The way we
There's another way. I can lead you. But if you guys are looking for a place to spend some rest, our settlement of Emunet is available.
Where's that?
He's sort of in the middle of the paths.
Hmm.
We
You
sort
guys
of
have
went.
settlements- You guys have settlements all throughout these mountains here, or?
Yes, there are different encampments where a nomadic people, but Emunet is a permanent settlement.
Is it nearby? Is it?
Yeah, it's only a couple hours walk.
we might need that.
I feel that would
Yeah.
be good to
Good for
recuperate
distance and
and find some place to recover.
I mean, do we know anything to hurt these guys specifically, since they're not
Oh,
kind of the
how effective did my blinding light seem to do? My radiance.
Rains to the dawn. It seemed quite effective.
I don't know of a great way of dealing, especially with more than one. We had, you saw how that went, but we've also dealt with one before, and that was a little
well, maybe
heavy-ended.
there's a game where one team lines up and the other team lines up, and then you just try to run through them.
Mm.
Maybe we do something
Yeah.
like that really fast.
Yeah.
Green buddy.
Green Fido, send send Girthing right over.
We just try to rush through them as fast or prep somehow before we're going back. But anyways, I guess a good night's sleep will help us there anyways. At a minimum.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm happy to go along with
Yes, sir.
whatever the group
We're also
decides. I'm just happy to see some people.
yeah.
Um,
There'll be more people
Help.
at the settlement. And
yeah, the numbers can definitely help. You were quite effective, more than we were at the time.
I wasn't gonna say it,
I
but
mean, I don't know if you noticed, but the sunlight was kind of bright. And they had a lot of armor.
It was just shining right into our eyes. That's true.
okay.
So as you guys begin to make your way down, you see a village of what are approximately yurts, sort of circular tents made out of hides, and they sort of are built in sort of a semicircle around, with sort of the mountain to the back and sort of the pass going through. And then you see different of these Kenra, these jackal people, going about daily business, sort of carrying water, and there are some basic crops and gardens they're harvesting. It seems very idyllic and very sort of peaceful.
This is a welcome change of pace.
What time of day is it?
So you guys, let's see. You guys left it's probably getting towards the evening, because you guys left your camp outside the Velvet Thicket. Then they accosted you, and then you went up to go with Ashtari. You fought them, then you came back down. So probably getting towards the evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
well, I guess we could find a fire and get something for dinner. And
Nashtari, probably, a place that we could hold up there for the night.
Of course. We have a place for guests, as long as it's part of our custom to be welcoming.
as long as there's less than 8.
There's 7 of us.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And then horses.
Oh, yeah, we do have some horses, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't have a horse.
No,
Yeah,
you have a room.
I have a horse.
Horse. Do we have room for Urdak on a horse?
Let me
He's
think.
fast.
I got 35 movement.
I mean, Ashtari also is walking.
Yeah, I figured we would have been walking here with horses in tow,
Mhm.
Because Ashtari couldn't fit.
but
I
if
assume,
needed, I'm fairly light.
I assume you don't
I
have
could share a
horses.
horse. I could share a rose petal with someone. Or, yeah.
Well,
All right.
Yeah, let's hold up. Let's get some food. And I guess prepare for the next day.
I guess while we're getting food, I'll step back out of the town into the woods a little bit more
Okay.
and take 11 minutes to commune with nature.
Okay. All right. So you take 11 minutes to commune with nature. And you have three questions you can ask.
Yep. Within 3 miles, as long as I'm not in a town or in a dungeon.
Okay.
So I guess I'll commune and ask about nearby undead.
Okay.
Just to make sure we kind of got away from them.
Yeah. So you said the distance is 3 miles.
3 miles.
So there are no undead within 3 miles.
All right. I don't think your thing's self-aware enough to ask very much else. So. Those are 2 just go to waste.
What about food?
What was I doing?
I mean, I could ask for prevalent plants or animals. Anybody hungry for specific meat?
We're
Yes,
not-
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I could ask if there are any like squirrels nearby or deer. Deer.
Right.
I'll ask
Deer?
deer. Why not?
All right, so you ask if there are any deer nearby.
I was
And there is a small herd of deer up on the hillside, but it is a ways off.
Yeah, and then I'll just burn the last one. Why not?
All right, sure.
All right. I'll go back to the group. I think we're safe, people, guys.
Oh, good.
That's great.
At least from undead.
I do want to question though, do we plan to go backtrack and try to find these people again? I'm not, I mean, we could
They
just
are-
keep pushing through and,
I mean, you heard Ashtar, there's only one way through, right?
They have multiple ways.
Oh wait, no, we did say the word.
So basically there is one way through, but where he took you was off the main thoroughfare. It was sort of so you sort of like if the main thoroughfare is to take there. So if the main thoroughfare is sort of like through here, right?
Yeah.
He took you up in sort of this direction towards. So you guys, yes, you guys can basically sidetrack, bypass Atlan and them completely.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna come back up. They are an affront to my faith. But I don't know if we're able to face them at the moment.
with what's going on and what I saw last that night, I don't know if we want to risk ourselves at this point anymore.
Is there a nearby temple? For
Not that I know of.
Yeah, not that you know of. Make a religion check, actually. Wilfred?
so we could maybe tell the closest one.
Religion is 15, 11 plus 4.
Not that you know of.
Because if it's the front of your face, then maybe they would be willing to help. But maybe not trek halfway across the world to do it.
But if you said there's probably a reason why they're Atlan's among them. I mean, I don't think he was, when we interacted, I don't think he was much of a man of Sandray. I don't know why they would use his.
Yeah, I
So
don't
I
know.
feel like something is up with them.
Yes, but
Could be in line with those Dragonborns
yeah,
that
There's
are.
only like 2 of them left, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
We've killed most of them. Unless they got resurrected.
it's possible.
Anything is possible.
I mean, we did kill her brother, and he came back,
Yeah.
That's true.
and Atlan was dead, and he came back.
I just don't think we want to face this group again at the moment. It is,
I definitely do not, especially not all of them,
and we'll never know whether or not all of them will be there.
or if there's
Or
more.
even
Yeah.
more next time.
Yes.
Yeah. If possible, if we do pick them off, would be my go-to if we have to run into them again.
Yeah.
But I don't know how feasible that is with them as a group running around. But let's pray that never comes.
Yes, I think we should just push on through after this evening.
All right.
Alright.
So as you guys sort of settle down for a night's
I would like
sleep,
to read.
are you going to read? All right.
Yes, I would like
Uh,
to read.
I will give you 2 hours of reading.
Cool.
And sort of as you fall asleep, Wilfred sort of drifting off, last of the party to fall asleep, you begin to see your eyes sort of fade, and instead of the gloom of the outside and sort of the soft crackle of the firelight, you see this blush almost of dawn, this sort of bright yellow and orange and pink haze sort of appear in your vision. You begin to hear a voice you know to be your God, Sarah. Right? Says, Goddess. Goddess. All right. She says, Wilfred, my child.
I am here.
I see you have found my lost daughter, Iphigenia. She needs to be stopped. If at all possible, redeemed, for that is the way of Sarenrae. But this abomination cannot be allowed to stand. And so then your vision actually sort of flashes, and you see a beautiful but somewhat stern and austere looking elvish woman in a temple, a very different temple than you remember, a gaudy temple full of offerings and adorned with jewels and pillars. And it's almost like it resembles sort of an ancient Roman or ancient Greek sort of temple. You see her giving orders, and you see there's some sort of chaos. Then you see sort of these demonic creatures, sort of these these abominations begin to sort of appear on the horizon. 1 second. And sort of there we go. And so you sort of see sort of this elvish woman sort of comes forward, and she sort of begins to cast spells from her hands. And you see that she turns sort of the demons and the abominations into crystal statues. But then you see that she is. You see that this happened for a bit. Then you see the scene sort of shifts, and she is being pulled down by these opponents, by these but these sort of demons, and then they sort of drag her away. A portal opens, and she's sort of drugged through the portal, and you see sort of the nine hells. You see sort of this flickering eternal fire. You see it sort of crackling, and you see sort of the denizens of the nine hells, the servants of Asmodeus there. And then sort of the scene sort of fades from your vision.
Is there hope for her?
There's always hope, Wilfred. Anyone can be redeemed. Even those who have walked away from the light of the Everlight. And your scene sort of shifts again, and you see now Morgana, and she is back in Veluth. But she is sort of in one of these quarters, one of these back corridors that people don't go too much. She sort of looks, some other acolytes pass by. She sort of presses herself against the wall. She waits for a second, and then she begins to speak into sort of some sort of a stone, sort of a undulating sort of prismatic stone of blues and pinks. Make a perception check for me.
All right. 16.
16. All right. So you pick up about half the conversation. You hear her say, they've been driven off. No. I don't think that something. Yes, I will stay here, but he's not here. Wilfred left. That's all you get.
What does she have to do with this?
Wilfred. I am the goddess of redemption, and therefore many of my followers have secrets they're hiding. Not all of them bad, but everyone has a past. Everyone has done things they're not proud of. And while I believe that everyone can overcome their flaws, not everyone does.
Ingvar just pops up.
What are you talking about? What are flaws?
Scene shifts, and now it's just a purple tiefling sleeping next to you. No. And sort of, you begin to see sort of a almost like a purplish sort of fading, almost like a sunset. And your vision sort of fades, and then you wake up, and it is morning.
I will lean over and pick up the book that dropped over when I fell asleep.
Yep.
Because it just I fell asleep reading it probably, and it just fell on my lap. And take a moment. I guess I'll just think, reminisce on what I just dreamed about.
Okay. All right.
Since my elf only needs 4 hours
Mhm.
of his trance thing or whatever,
Yep.
I would like to wake up early and go try to hunt some rabbits for
Okay.
breakfast.
All right. So yeah. So fair enough. So you head out sort of early in the morning. It's still sort of night. Make a stealth check for me, please.
That's 10.
10. All right. So you sort of creep out into the night. You feel pretty stealthy. You step on a stick, but still feeling trip a little bit. Still feeling pretty stealthy. Make a perception check for me.
It's been a while since you've been with people.
That's
oh.
20.
That's not 20.
Natural 20.
Okay, so 10 stake.
Plus 5 or something.
4.
Plus 4.
24.
All right. So even though you are, you just tripped over one of the sort of the tent, the sort of the lines holding up the tents. You quickly see some rabbits, on the other side on one of the hill edges. You begin to creep towards it. And your longbow range is like 120 feet, right?
I think 600 feet, I think, because I have sharpshooter.
Okay, so you feel like they are definitely within range as you begin to get closer.
It's like rifle shooting at that point.
Pew!
You're gonna shoot way up here. So
And with the wind, and it just like.
All right.
You want me to roll a attack?
Yeah, so you can roll an attack when you're ready.
That's what is the?
I don't think rabbits have an AC.
I think it's your dex for a bow, right?
It's Dex plus proficiency.
You're proficient in it, so it's a plus. So it's a
And
plus 9.
So I got a 27.
Okay, so you sort of let an arrow fly and sort of just pierces one of these rabbits, sort of pins it down. The others sort of like dart away, sort of scattering into the ground. So sort of going to ground, scattering into the bushes.
Sweet. I'll I'll go over and collect the one that I hit.
All right. So you go over there and you pick up sort of this still sort of warm rabbit body. Pick it up and presumably
Just galling it.
I'll bring it back over to the camp and just skin it and then roast it up for breakfast.
all right. So as you guys wake up, Eridak is in the middle of cooking some rabbit. He has already skinned it and gutted it, and they're on sort of on a spit or however you wish to cook it, Eridak.
Rotisserie.
All right, so you're cooking on a spit. There is a rabbit sort of waiting for you guys as you guys get up.
Oh, sweet.
I made breakfast.
Normally we all kind of wake up late. We can.
My stomach is acting up a lot.
Only one?
Yeah.
Well,
He hasn't been around a lot of people. He has to work up
I
the
stepped on a few sticks. And I only was able to get one shot off.
I see.
Yeah. But you don't have to eat any if you're not feeling grateful. That's fine. That's wonderful.
No, I'm saying this one's mine. Where's everybody else's?
As I'm handing around food, I give him the by far smallest portion.
That's great.
A chunk of a head.
Yeah, you get some like ears and then the fluffy tail for him.
Must be some elvish culture thing.
It's okay. I'll pull out like a handful of the dried meat that I have that I stole like the 40 pounds of from.
Wait, the sketchy meat?
No, it was from the aviary of the Aarakocra a while back. I stole some
That's a
meat.
long time.
Oh,
It's dry.
I have everything documented. It's true.
Yep, that happened. I remember that.
I remember the sketchy guy trying to sell us.
No,
I
jerky.
did not. I didn't buy that meat.
I'll just eat some of that then.
All right.
And a dialect fruit.
All right. And what did I say last time the dialect fruit was?
It's
It was
like,
like 1 HP.
but it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We just had a long rest anyways. It was
Yeah.
something to be,
Yeah.
but
So you pop a dialect fruit in your mouth and it sort of tastes delicious. It's sort of, this very sort of natural sweet flavor that is very scrumptious.
So I guess today we're moving on and leaving these guys for fates and hitting the road.
Yeah, I mean, they've been here before and they'll be here after.
Is there like a trader in the village or anything?
Make a
Or a trader.
Trader.
Either.
Both.
make a perception or investigation check, your choice, Eridak.
I'll do a perception.
All right.
It's 15.
15? All right. So you see sort of a
Non-stop.
sort of a gnarly looking gnoll, or not gnoll, Kenra with sort of scars on his arms, sort of wheeling out a cart sort of towards the path. He begins to sort of set wares out. He might be a trader.
I'd go over to him and like attempt to barter my rabbit skin for a new cloak of some kind.
All right. Can I help you?
Yes, I was. I'm trying to find some clothing. Mine is quite worn. I have this fresh rabbit skin that I'd like to trade.
That's a good pelt. Yeah. Well, I can give you 3 gold for it.
Does he have clothes?
Does he have
Do
an
you
idea what a
have,
gold is?
Do you have any clothes?
I do, yeah.
He sort of pulls out sort of like a forest green cloak, a lot like the Rangers wore back in Uthidern.
How much for that cloak?
5 gold.
How about I just give you this rabbit pelt and we call it even?
Make a persuasion check.
Let's that's really good. That's great. That's a 1.
Oh, good old terrorism.
No.
I'll have walked over.
I was gonna.
Okay.
I'll have walked over at this point and kind of like, Sam, what is he doing? Oh, somebody's trading something. Kind of listen to the conversation.
Mhm.
Hear him have been denied the cloak. I'll pull out. So I also have a semi decent. When we killed those wolves, I also skinned a wolf and had a not as good as Carrick's, but it was like a 7.5 out of 10. And I'll be like, what about this?
Make a persuasion check.
That's a 22.
Yeah, the rabbit pelt and the wolf pelt. I'm more than willing to exchange them for this cloak.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'll hand him the rabbit pelt and take the cloak.
All right. So as you take the cloak, you see that it sort of shifts colors a little bit, almost starting to seem to merge with the new terrain as it sort of moves around a little bit.
Can I roll to like see if I?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Arcana. No, that's a natural 1, which is a 3.
It might be magical.
Pretty colors.
Or it could just be a trick of the light, you know?
Yeah. You know.
That's a nice cloak for
2
I
pellets.
like it. It's nice to get something fresh on for once.
I mean, we're all up. I think we've all had something to eat. Do you guys want to head off? Do we need anything else in this little pit stop
place.
village, whatever you want to call it?
I'd like to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on.
All right.
The road.
See if we can find Ashtari. Maybe he would continue to lead us for a little ways longer, though. It would be nice to have his guidance.
Fair enough. You guys quickly see Ashtari sort of talking with a sort of slender female Kenra. They are sort of almost like barking at each other. It's a the Kenra language is a weird language. So they're like almost like barking at each other. You can tell it's even though it's a weird language, you can tell it's a little tense.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
That's a little aggressive. Sorry, I did a lot of it today.
So sort of after sort of a minute goes by, sort of the female Kenra sort of turns abruptly and begins to walk away. Ashtari sort of huffs and sort of crosses his arms.
We'll kind of bound one up to him.
All right.
Is everything okay there, Ashtari?
Go get the stick.
Want the ball?
That chew you
ball?
Bladders from the.
She's unhappy with my recklessness.
What recklessness is this you speak of?
You mean the people that died yesterday? That was,
Yeah, that's right. That we.
that were alive.
No.
That was kind of reckless on your part there, Ashtari. I'm aware.
My apologies for putting you in danger like that. I should have known better.
At least you didn't ask us to do something you wouldn't have done yourself.
Yeah. That's noble of you, I suppose. Well, I think we're going to head off. I'm not sure if you would be willing possibly to continue guiding us through these mountains here to the other edge.
I can guide you. It's only right as a thank you for all you've done.
Yes.
All we've done.
Perhaps on the way back we may encounter you again.
Plus,
The light willing.
Will here said that they were a front to his people, right?
Yes.
So if we run across the temple, maybe they would be willing to help.
Maybe.
If we can at least spread the word.
Of the evil within these peaks.
All right.
Onward.
So you guys begin to make your way up over the mountains. Sort of after a day's journey or so. You guys, yeah.
Only main points.
You guys sort of make your way up over the sort of crest of these mountains, and you see on the other side sort of a beautiful but have everyone make a perception or arcana check.
Oh gosh. I think actually Arcana is actually better for me somehow. Ooh.
15.
Nice.
Okay.
12.
All right.
28.
I'm a little
28.
preoccupied with the night's events. 7.
7. All right. So you guys make your way over sort of the hill, and in where you see this sort of this unnatural haze sort of hanging over the valley. It seems very, odd, not necessarily bad, but odd.
Is there low hanging, so we're leaving the valley, right?
You went through the pass, you're cresting up onto the hill, now you're heading down
back.
towards the festival pool.
Okay. What is there a certain hue to this haze, or?
Yeah, so it got sort of a greenish, sort of a slight greenish tinge.
Guys, do you see what we're heading in? So we're heading into it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you see what we're heading into.
It's
Just
just
not sure if anybody's really noticing what's all around us. I mean,
It's like a little fog.
pea soup.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything.
look up, look
with your
out.
special eyes.
Does
Do you see what I'm saying?
Strange, I suppose.
I mean, has fog ever killed anyone? Yes, it has.
Many times.
Yes. Especially if you're on a ship.
I think we should just be cautious going down.
Have everyone make a perception check for me.
I get a nice one.
That's not
Ooh.
Oh yeah, 18.
18, all right.
Hey, we rolled the same thing.
I got 7.
7, Angor?
20.
20,
I
all
rolled
right.
a 24.
Oh wow.
All right. So as you guys are sort of making your way down into the valley, you see this vague opening, sort of this line, sort of this crack in the rock that is too straight and too sort of well sort of, it's too straight, it's too well formed, it's not natural. And you guys sort of look, and Wilfred, as you sort of reach over and brush off the dust away from this line, you see two sort of a figure of a snake with sort of two red eyes sort of staring at you. Sort of like an image of the snake sort of on near this line, sort of with two sort of red eyes staring back at you. As you sort of brush the dust away, you see sort of this. It looks like a secret door.
Well, hello there, friend.
Watch out, it'll bite you. Oh.
drawings could bite. Is Ashari still with us?
Mhm.
Ashari, do you know of anything underground in these parts?
No, we aren't. We never go underground here.
Do you know what would be there's a snake with red eyes and a. Can I see like a hinge mechanism on this door? Or like a.
Okay. So roll an Arcana check first, or a religion check, your choice.
I prefer religion.
Okay.
Was that 17? 21.
21. All right. So you recognize this sort of this serpentine figure
Religion.
on the wall. Yeah. This is the symbol of Zahir, the cloaked serpent.
He's Zahir Zafar.
Yeah, Zahir, Zehir. Zahir.
And he was a god, you said?
He's one of the betrayer gods.
Well, that's
like-
foreboding. I press an I.
You press an eye, nothing happens.
Trap.
I press the other eye.
You press another eye, all right. Nothing happens.
I press both of them at the same time.
All right. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh. Natural 20 for a total
Natural
of
20.
21.
So all of a sudden, the as you press both eyes, sort of the image of the snake all of a sudden emits sort of a toxic sort of gas at you, and you sort of jump back, and it sort of puffs into nothing.
Anything with the door?
Nothing happens with the door.
Maybe there was a lever around here.
So there's no handles, like looking at it, no handles.
I didn't see anything that
Just a
could.
slit.
Yeah, you guys can make a perception check for a way to open it. Two-ish. Two of you that are asking.
Oh
Oh,
gosh.
that's terrible. 12.
7.
Nope. Don't see any way to open this door.
It's just a line. Maybe I can start banging on it and try.
So I can I'm not really sure how much I want to do this, but it looks like we want to go in here.
I don't know.
Obviously, it's a push door. I'll push on one of them.
See, it says pull on it.
Oh.
The skull for the god of the gifted.
Yeah.
I will.
I don't know. I'm just. Do we have to go straight to the 7-page clips? We could see what's here.
I will touch myself and mutter some words as I turn into gas.
Okay. All right. So you're going to try and pass through the slit.
Yep.
All right. So describe how it happens for Eridak.
Just as I am muttering some words, some incantations under my breath, and infernal, waving my hands, and I place hands on my heart. I basically start to dissolve into gas from the outers to the mid body, and then I'm gas.
All right. So you sort of begin to sort of dissolve into gas. The sort of you sort of like cast an incantation and press your hand to your heart. Your sort of limbs dissolve, and then your torso dissolves, and then your head dissolves, and you sort of pass as gas. So you sort of dissolve into gas.
Yep.
Or purple haze, or purple rain, if you will.
Yes.
Ah,
And
that's
I will,
what the fog was.
And I will slither and slide through the slit in the door.
All right.
People turn to gas.
So you pass through the slit in the door. You see almost immediately that there is some sort of pulley system that is sort of holding the door. That's sort of there.
Is this
Okay,
like a door opening kind of mechanism you said?
Yeah, it looks like. I mean, so basically, it's sort of a pulley system, and sort of the it sort of extends to sort of the door, and it looks like potentially it attaches to the door and may open the door.
Well, I will then not be gas again.
All right. So you drop the spell.
And I will fiddle with that for a minute to see if I can get the door to open.
All right, make an intelligence check for me.
Gosh.
Do we really want to see what's on the like?
I mean, we
I
do-
would like to see it, but
Too late. We in it.
Good.
should we just leave?
7.
Yes.
7. So as you're pulling on this, you can't figure out which rope to pull or which way to pull in. It sort of gets all tangled up, and you can't get the door open.
That's just frustrating.
I would like to conjure a rhinoceros.
Okay. All right. Describe how that happens, Erdak.
Well, everyone else seems to just be standing around, having no success getting this door open. So I kind of just fade back to the back a little ways and focus, and just bring up this rhinoceros out of the dirt in the path.
All right. So sort of this rhinoceros sort of appears in the dirt and sort of looks at you with sort of like its terrible eyesight. You know, it's not quite looking at you, but it's looking a little bit to the side of you. What do you tell it to do?
I tell it to open that door.
All right.
I'm sure these are.
And so, all right. So let me just pull up
I
the
don't think I've
stats.
ever seen a rhinoceros come out of the ground like that before.
They're ground dwellers.
They tunnel, pop up. On
You
the
can only see the horn.
Like a shark.
You want me to roll like a?
I'm looking up the stats for.
Holy strength, right?
Probably
Yeah,
a charger.
So yeah, I think it should have just like a charge attack on it. All right.
I just yelled, "Watch out, Angor!"
So okay. So it has a charge. So
Turn
So
back to gas.
it's the sort of the rhinoceros moves back 20 feet and then charges towards charges towards the door. Make a melee attack with a +7 to hit.
Oh gosh.
That's a 9.
9. So it sort of hits the door. Nothing happens. It backs up. Then charges again. Roll another attack.
What was it? +7.
+7.
It's 12.
12. All right. Backs up. Charges again.
Third time's the charm, buddy. Come
Should I
on.
bless him?
Yes, you should. That's a 10.
10. All right. All right.
Hey, I got this thing for an hour, so.
Door's still in
You're
the
running at this thing for an hour?
Well, maybe we need more finesse on this door.
Maybe.
I'll look around the bush, like the surrounding area, to see if there's like a hidden lever. Or something.
Okay, make an investigation check.
To see if there's like another. Investigation. Who makes a door that doesn't open on the outside? That's probably intelligence. Isn't it?
Doors.
19.
19. Okay. So as you're sort of looking around, sort of at the which you find that this stone, right? As you sort of pick up the stone, you realize there is sort of some sort of writing on the stone. And what languages do you speak?
I speak Common and Draconic, so I
Okay,
imagine it's not what that is.
I don't. Give me 1 second.
I don't know if I can speak it. It doesn't mean necessarily I can read it either.
Right. I need to just do one thing real quick. Sorry.
I have ideas in front.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You cannot read the writing on this particular.
Writing on the rock.
I found this rock that has some squiggles on it. Could be
Like-
important.
Scripted scribbles.
Looks like it.
I will look at it because I'm curious.
I'll take a look
Alright.
at it as well.
All right. What languages Oh, I'm sorry. No, it is in Draconic. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know Draconic.
Yeah, so my apologies.
You forgot it for a second there, didn't you?
My
Third grade
apologies.
coming back, guys.
All right. Sorry. My apologies. I thought the thing was different than it was. All right.
You read this, I can read it as Draconic.
So on it just has one word.
Okay.
Which it is sort of Shadowfang.
It says Grashna.
Oh, it's a
Which
Grashna is a door.
Yeah, and so then the door sort of slides open as you say the word to Wilfred. And there you see Will over on the other side.
I got it!
And then Rhino just charges through.
Rhino comes plows right in.
Yeah.
Right.
On the hallway.
it's still roll like a 5.
Yeah.
I only got the door open.
Yeah.
At least
Cool.
at the minimum, Angbor can come out.
I would have been able to make my way out again.
Do I? Now that we got this open, do I know anything about like the history, like the era of when the Betrayer God was around Zahir, or like its people?
Okay. Make a history check for me, please.
History. Why is it history?
It's the world's history.
Because that's a 6.
6. Nope, you didn't pay attention very well in Serenray's history classes, and you're happy that you recognize it was Zahir, but you don't know much about what happened to Zahir during the calamity.
Okay, we all graduated 3rd grade. A long time ago.
Where does this door lead to? I didn't really take a chance to really look when I got in
Okay.
there.
So-
I can cast light.
All right.
well, the door's open, so.
Yeah,
But
so the
yeah.
light sort of spills down the hallway. And you see sort of one long hallway that sort of extends back into the gloom. Doesn't really seem to necessarily go anywhere. But then you see sort of 2 branches going off to the sides.
This is the foyer.
I don't really know anything about this, about Zahir, this gods. I don't know if there's like anything like.
Can I see anything else with my dark vision?
Roll a perception check.
Perception. So that's 16.
16. Okay. So you look down, you see, sort of looking down the hallway, and you see what looks like a thin wire across the hallway, about maybe 40, 50 feet down the hallway.
Well, it appears there's some kind of a wire there, probably a trap of some kind, I would guess, down this hallway. So if we want to go that way, to tread carefully.
That's probably
Well, they usually trap the
the good stuff.
good
right?
stuff.
That's true.
Like that's what I would do if I was a dungeon master. Like I would.
You think
I
you
would
could
trap the good
disarm that
stuff.
trap?
Dungeon architect.
Dungeon architect.
Certainly try.
Because I don't know if any of us really have the like.
I
Know
will.
how to
I
disarm
could
that trap.
fireball it.
That's-
I'll attempt to go up and disarm the.
Okay. So make a.
I will
I'm-
give him guidance.
All right. So he's guiding you. So you get plus D4. So let me look at how do you disarm.
Is it Dex? Then you give his tool. That's.
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's usually proficiency if you have the tool.
I guess people do it a lot different though. I think some people
Yeah,
have to have
so-
tools. Proficient in leatherwork tools.
So,
Is it a leather string? Land vehicles?
so make a dexterity check for me.
With the D4.
Yeah, with a D4.
That's 19.
19. So you you go up there and you sort of begin to slowly cut the wire, but retain the tension on it, and slowly, you hear this sort of this wheel sort of spinning. It's sort of in the side, and then you sort of reach the wall, stop, hold your breath. Nothing happens.
All right. Well, I think that
That's
takes care
great
of
for
that.
you. That's a good job.
There we go.
Well, do we want to keep going down this way for a bit?
Might as well.
I
What's all that trouble finding this rock? Or excuse me,
Opening those
we had
doors.
all this trouble having you
Opening
open the
the-
pulley.
Yeah, I mean,
Seem foolish to turn back now.
exactly.
whoever is leading, I will give guidance, and I will keep light up.
I'll leave.
All right. So let's
Snakes.
see if we can do something.
I'd probably be second or something with the light.
Yeah. So can I have the marching order, please?
Sure thing, me.
As we're going down the remainder of the hallway,
Mhm.
I'd like to cast Find Traps.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
What is the range on that?
120 feet.
120. Wow.
Okay. Wow. All right. So immediately, as you cast Find Traps, you see that down the left-hand path, there is a glyph, sort of a rune trap, about maybe 40-ish feet down the left-hand path.
Seems to be some kind of a trap there on that left path.
Can I
It's
dispel
like
that?
a glyph of some kind. I'm not.
You
well
can certainly
equipped
try.
with that.
Can I try to dispel that?
You can certainly try. Yes.
Well,
I
I
mean,
will.
worst comes to worst, your rhino can fit here, right?
I will dispel magic on the glyph that he's pointed out.
All right. So, at what level?
I'll do it at third.
Third level. All right. Just 1 second about dispelling magic. Sorry.
If it's third level or lower, it ends. If it's fourth level or higher, I have to roll.
Okay. Let me just.
They don't even make it.
Okay, so I believe it is. Okay, it is third level. So you cast sort of dispel magic and sort of strikes this glyph. You hear sort of like a sort of fiery explosion sort of rocks the left hand path, but no one is harmed.
Fireball.
Nice.
Micro fireball.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that was all that I saw, so hopefully it should be clear from here.
Great.
Thank you.
How long does Find Traps last? Is
It's
it
just an
It's
action.
like one action.
I think it's just like 6 cents. It's not like it's not an aura.
It's an instantaneous,
not concentration?
yeah,
Okay.
one action. 120 chi.
Nice.
Although if it was a concentration, it would remove my rhinoceros.
It's okay. He's not.
Rhinoceros is
We may need him. Does he even fit through the
That's
door?
the question.
So
Yeah.
the rhinoceros does fit down the main path, but not either the side paths.
Hmm. Too
Well,
bad.
split the rhino in half, and you can go.
Yeah. Two small rhinos, right? You can do that.
well,
Probably not with another spell.
Well, I mean, let's keep heading down this path a little ways and see where it leads.
I just leave the rhino behind. He was good for nothing anyways. I'm trying to summon a better one
He
next time.
loosened
Sorry,
the door.
Yeah, you loosen the door. Allow you to use the pulley to open it.
Guys. Yeah. I'm sure he helped
Yeah.
somehow.
All right. So which path you guys going down?
The
One that we remove the trap.
Okay.
the right one, the wire trap or the glyph trap. 'Cause they
So
were-
the glyph trap was before the fork.
Oh.
I'm sorry. The wire trap was before the fork. The glyph
Yeah.
trap was down the left hand path. There we go.
So we had
Let's
to
go
the
down
left.
the left tunnel.
Yeah.
Cool. They probably want to. If anyone's there, they probably won't expect us because they would probably hear the trap
They wouldn't have heard anything.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have heard the rhino banging on the door.
or us shouting.
All
Yeah,
right.
we go down the left path, I guess.
All right. So you guys begin to make your way down the left path. You guys go for about
Guidance.
all right 50 or so feet. You guys it begins to sort of open up, and you see these pale sort of torches and sconces on the walls, sort of leaving sort of an eerie light sort of on the walls of the room within. You guys sort of go through.
I drop light.
All right, so you drop light. So you pass in. The great thing is you step in, you look to your right, and there's a figure.
Oh, no.
It's a statue. No, it's a person. But they're asleep, standing up with their arms crossed. You look over and you see another one.
Oh boy.
I go, guys, there's people here, but they're asleep.
And so the one on your right is a sort of a green dragonborn that's sort of thin looking. You look to your left and there's sort of a human sort of wearing sort of black clothes and sort of with dark hair, dark features. You see across the way some sort of crow looking Aarakocra and a tabaxi.
Do we see anything like that appears to be of value in the room?
Make a perception check.
Yeah.
6.
6. So you see 3 gold pieces. But what all of you can see is that in the middle of this room there is a whip of sorts, sort of a
Where are they?
I can
sort of a
Yes.
1 second.
without trees.
Sorry.
Sort of a whip with sort of like that has
Mm-hmm.
snakes on it, sort of snakes instead on its lashes. Sort of this. Actually, I'll share a picture. 1 second.
Ooh.
I need to stop share now for a second, but
I
Fireball.
can veil me and all of my companions.
Nice.
How many is all?
10.
Oh,
Oh, it's just in range.
Just as
I think
all
it's all in range.
for the duration, which is up to an hour.
It gives you a +10 to stealth.
Each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has +10 to dexterity checks and can't interact except by natural means.
Dexterity checks.
Or
Not
just
just
in
stealth.
general. So traps and stuff.
And will leave behind no
Yeah.
tracks or other traces.
all right.
Right.
Let's see if I can share this.
I naturally have difficulty being tracked, but yes.
Yeah, we all have this person. Or the,
Well, no, as a halfling.
Ooh. Does the snakes, do they look alive? Are they like moving
That'd be creepy.
on the end of the whip? Or is
yeah,
it
so
just a whip?
at first you think that they're just sort of dead, but you look around and the snakes sort of slowly rise up as you enter into the room.
Do I notice anything weird with these people?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, 13.
13. So they're all sort of in some sort of trance, and they seem almost unnaturally pale, like the blood is sort of drained from their face.
That's what I was gonna ask. Is this giving me vibes of Isolcross Cave?
Vampires.
No, it's not giving you. Vampire vibes. It's more giving you.
They've never seen someone.
Yeah, it's more like a. Again, they're not undead. Very clearly, they're just. It seems that they've been in stasis for a long time. And as you see the lash Angvor, you hear Benthus in the back of your head go, "That, bring it to me."
How far away is it?
It's probably 30 to 40 feet inside the chamber.
Is it brightly lit in this chamber, or is it?
No, it's a pale light. It's sort of there are shadows, so that when the torches flicker, the shadows sort of dance across the walls.
There's no natural light.
No natural light.
Well, we can check the other way.
What do you guys think that thing is?
It's like
I've never seen
snakes.
anything like it.
This weapon, this whip,
Yeah.
seem
be a bad guess.
unholy.
Well, if it's moving when it's in like that, that doesn't bode well.
Yeah, I don't like the looks of it one bit.
Could be something of use though.
Who decided to come in here?
You're the one who pressed the buttons.
Should probably
Not yet.
calm down.
It doesn't seem like they're moving anywhere. I'll take a few steps further in
All right.
towards the whip.
So you take a few steps further in. So now you're in the torchlight, and as well as in eye line of these figures in stasis, but they don't seem to change at all. They don't seem to react.
Can I cast detect magic as he's doing this?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
All right. So
Ask me this.
when you as you cast detect magic, the room lights up like a Christmas tree.
It's all green and red.
So the obviously there's your companions have a lot of magical items. The whip is magical, and many of the figures have magical items on them. Some wear sort of gauntlets that are magical. Some carry magical weapons. Some have magical sort of hoods on them.
Almost everything in this room is magical.
Except you.
Hey, what about this cloak I've got on? I thought I noticed a strange shimmer on it earlier.
Yes, this cloak is magical.
Oh, wow.
That was the deal.
Can I see what type of magic his cloak is?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm not good with the
Yeah.
schools yet.
Schools of
Yeah.
magic.
And there's like evocation.
Evocation.
Yeah.
There is illusion.
So it is abjuration.
Abjuration.
Whatever that means.
Abjuration.
Whatever that means.
It's like a shielding one, isn't it?
And also a point of order on that, as he sort of almost seems to melt into the shadows here, and his cloak seems to merge with the shadows that are produced by the torches.
Is it the same as my cloak?
Your cloak is
The cloak of elven kind.
I don't think so. Let me just look up the details on that.
Cloak
'Cause-
of jackal kind.
Mine is
Key.
with like people have disadvantage at finding me and stuff.
It's oil dex.
Okay. It's a little different. It's similar, but it's a little different.
All right. Yeah, almost any item in this room is magical on the people. And can I check what type of magic the whip is?
Yes, I will see if I can.
Demon magic.
Proficiency on the perception skill.
Huh.
So that means I should get
+4 to whatever.
Hey,
it
you-
was.
You can mark those circles as for proficiency.
It is multiple schools of magic.
You can also
I should get plus
go to your go to your skills and you can just copy it over.
We're just looking at
These numbers are adjusted.
Yeah.
So it is
What do you guys think?
so one of the schools of magic is that's conjuration.
Conjuration.
And one of the schools of magic is evocation.
I can conjure folks.
As well, Potentially, if this is different school magic.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's very magical.
And divination.
Very magical.
Whatever that whip is, it's
Pretty powerful.
pretty powerful.
Extremely.
I'm about to stroke out.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that Porygon episode of Pokemon that got banned.
Have a seizure.
Yeah.
I mean, you said these people probably aren't that good, right? This is that your fellow.
Yeah, they are. And I don't recognize that green dragonborn, do I? It's
not the one we've seen in
It's
our
not the-
travels.
Nope.
yeah.
He's almost. I mean, and you see as well as you see sort of snake-like people. And anyone can make a nature check. Who wants to?
They're trying to collect them all. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
I got a 23.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have
23. All right. So these are sort of these are Yuan-ti. You see some Yuan-ti here as well.
You want these?
Yes, I will show you guys.
You want these? Why you eight guy? I think.
If we need the whip, I can go in there and grab it.
Oh, I have no idea what. Oh, I don't see anything that looks like it could. Like I don't see any magic like on the walls, like a glyph or anything.
No glyphs. No,
It's
nothing
just
like that.
items that are magical.
There's no
Correct,
cooldown
yes.
to spell slots.
Can I cast Find Traps again?
Yeah, cast fine traps.
Yeah, there's the only cooldown is just running
Here.
slots.
Yeah.
All right, I'm casting that again.
Okay. So you cast fine traps, and underneath there's some sort of trap associated with the whip. There's something with on a pedestal it's on that's trapped.
Well, we're thinking about trying to get that whip. It appears to have a trap.
And it's not magical in nature because it's not picking up on my detect magic, right?
The trap? No,
Yeah,
it's not
That was the
magical in nature.
It's not.
No, it's not magical. No.
So yeah, it's not
Depend-
magical.
So
So one of us can go in.
Someone needs to be very careful when they.
I personally don't have a good feeling about it, but if one of
I like
y'all is thinking about trying to get it, it is.
I mean,
I have a
definitely
feeling
a trap.
like of weapons, I feel like Angkor is going to be the one that would want it. I don't know why. I just have it. You would want it.
There are very countless reasons why precious items such as this would be desired. I'm a trader at heart, and
It seems to be very powerful, and I know you like to get your magic items.
I'm very much a collector of eclectic,
plus
powerful items. Yes, I have been my whole life. But I see no safe ways of picking this. I have one thought, but it is
Well,
a
it's-
risk.
I mean, we can see if these guys wake up. I can walk up and wave my hand in front of them, and if that gets no reaction, then we can walk in. And you did good with the trap earlier. You can go
The
there.
people aren't magical, right? It's just like
They're
their
items.
cloaks and items.
Yeah, so they're cloaks and items, and like the sort of there's a magical aura surrounding them as well.
Oh, see.
There might be something keeping them in stasis like this.
All right. Well, I'll go.
Wave your
Make
hand.
sure that they're not like watching. I'll go up to one and wave. Maybe
No
just
response.
something.
So you walk up to a sort of a beautiful sort of Yuan-ti woman, sort of with sort of narrow eyes and sort of a forked tongue, and you sort of wave your hand in front of her. No response.
See, we're fine.
Guys, I think y'all should get out of here. I have a way to potentially take this but it would involve you
Getting out of the room. Okay. That's fine. It's trapped. I'm not good with traps, so well.
I'll give you. I'll take one last look around with detect magic, and I'll cast guidance on Ingvor.
Or
All right. All right. So Eridak, Girthing, and Wilfred, you guys are sort of walking back down the hallway.
yeah, walk down through the hallway a little
Yeah.
bit.
All right. Anywhere.
Is there a door like that could close off? Can I see anything that could?
Yes. So there is sort of like a doorway. There isn't any door in the doorway, but there is a doorway, sort of like an archway, like, before you go into this room.
All right.
So we'll just kind of wait like back
Mhm.
out in the hallway.
Yeah.
And yep, so they're walking away, I guess. And as they're walking down the hallway, whenever I can kind of hear them, it's a kind of short. I mean, I don't know how long the hallway was, but sound will travel pretty far and well. If I can hear them turning around the corner,
Mhm.
back to the main path,
Yeah. Mhm.
I'll wait for that and walk over to the thingy
I have a bad feeling about this.
and
Misty stepped out.
I mean, just observe at the moment.
All right. So you stand by the whip.
They're not watching me. They're not moving or anything, are they?
No, they're just there, like almost like statues, statues that sort of gently sort of sway back and forth and have no real sort of sense of anything.
So I will test firstly. I will test far step,
Okay.
and I will test it from where I'm standing. I'm not going to take anything, and I will vanish and appear 60 feet into like however far into the hallway I can get from where that.
Okay. So you can probably get 30 or so feet down the hallway.
And it's letting me go through the door. There doesn't seem to be any kind of like magical barriers or anything.
No.
And that's a concentration, so I don't have to cast that again. I can cast that for a whole minute
Okay.
for concentration, keeping that up as a bonus action. So I'll walk back or far step back again.
Mm-hmm.
I'll place my hand on it. I haven't done that yet.
All right. So you put your hand on it.
Feel anything or?
No. The snake sort of rise up and sort of stare at you, sort of ominously.
Gotcha. And I'm like grasping it now.
Yeah, you're grasping it. Yeah. Okay.
Not just touching. I'm grasping it.
Yeah, you're grasping it. All right.
And a palm.
He fell
And a
on it.
palm.
All right.
The thumb did it.
As I'm putting my full grip into it, I will use my other hand and pull the cape of the mountebank that I have that lets me cast Dimension Door, and I will cast that and teleport myself right out to the clearing where the door, the main door is, because it's 500 feet. I don't have to be able to see it. I just have to be able to describe it, where it's at, and I've been there before.
All right. So what I just wanted to see if you need to walk through it.
It just says you teleport yourself
You
from
can
your
go
current
through walls.
Yeah, okay,
location
all right.
to any
So-
other spot within range, 500 feet.
All right. So
Through
make
the
a strength saving throw for me as you teleport away.
Guidance doesn't help with that.
Guidance would have been
Terrible.
he's strong. Right?
It's not the best.
It's not the strong suit.
It's a 14.
14 just saves. So you sort of feel that your muscles sort of tensing up as you teleport away. You sort of begin to sort of feel like you're and then you sort of shrug it off when you appear. And you see the rest of the party sort of moving down the hall.
Run!
And now you guys begin to hear footsteps down the hallway all of a sudden.
Run! I run as fast
All
as I
right,
can.
all right, you guys run. and so you bolt towards. You guys begin to hear shouts, and you begin to hear people yelling in languages you can't understand, and in languages you can't understand. And you guys bolt towards the doorway. You guys make it there. You're at the doorway.
I command my rhinoceros to plug his giant body into the hallway.
Yeah.
All right. So
And then we'll see if we can find a way to shut the door.
So as Carrick sort of slips out of the hallway, sort of the rhinoceros just sticks his head into the hole and sort of plugs it up. You begin to hear the voices come down the hallway. They're getting closer and closer.
See if we can find a way to shut the door.
All right. You guys race outside, and you see someone sort of So you guys reach the door before anyone reaches the rhinoceros. So what do you guys
And
do?
then I cast spike growth behind the rhinoceros.
All right. So you got spike growth behind the rhinoceros.
I guess when everyone gets done, I'll try to see if the doors are shut by pushing.
So make a strength check for me.
Oh gosh.
That's
I'm
your
not,
specialty.
I'm not trying to break it, right?
Kind of.
Strength check.
Yep.
That's a 16.
16. You pull. Nothing happens.
Say it.
Say the word again. I'll close it.
Gosh nosh.
Yeah.
All right. You say it. Nothing happens.
It only closes from the inside. One of us will have to stay behind, guys. I'm sorry.
You should run it.
What's the opposite of what was it? Silver Fang?
Shadow thing.
Shadow
Fang.
Fang? Light Tooth.
I'll say white tooth and draconic.
All right.
I'll
So you see. So you say it. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
I'll look around. I'll look around to see if I see any other stones or
Close.
anything.
Make an investigation check for me, Erdak.
Book it.
I just like.
7.
7. Don't see any other stones.
Close.
So
Sesame.
now you see someone. You all of a sudden see the rhinoceros sort of jerk back awkwardly, and you see this guy sort of climbing over the head of the rhinoceros.
Maybe we
And he
should
starts-
So as they're doing that, I'll step inside for just 1 second, just to see if I could fiddle for 5 seconds to see if I can get it to close
Make an intelligence check for me.
on the inside.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's a 21.
Okay. All right. So as you're sort of fiddling with this pulley system, you all sort of accidentally knock it, and sort of like all of a sudden the door sort of slams shut, and you're stuck in there. The rest of the party's stuck outside the door, and you're stuck inside.
I will slam my staff down, which gives me the 1 extra spell slot from Ventus,
All right.
and I will gaseous form out of there. For the
All right. So you slam your staff down, and you sort of pass out as gas into back onto the
Like halfway through saying the word shadow thing again. You get more out.
All right. Well,
All right,
there
I
you
think
go.
we should book it still though.
Yeah, they might have another way to open that door really.
They probably know how
They
to
probably
open
They
the door.
probably know how to open it.
Let's just
All right.
Let's get out of
Get
here.
on the horses. Run.
All right, so you guys begin to book it towards the Festerwell pool. And you guys sort of hop on the horses. Erdak, I guess you catch a ride with Wilfred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty light.
Yeah, you guys sort of ride down towards
No.
Festerwell pool. As you guys sort of ride down this sort of hillside, you see sort of one large sort of in sort of Victorian style house, sort of a large sort of looming house at sort of the edge of the pool, with sort of like docks extending out into the pool. Sort of this pale green mist sort of hangs over the pool. You see sort of a odd sort of ominous fin sort of slurp up from underneath the waters. You guys reach the Festerwell pool.
Is the fin near the house, you said, or is it like just in the midst of the water?
Just in the middle of the pool.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't seem familiar to us.
Make a probably not, but make an Arcana check.
I missed. 13.
13. Nope, you don't know what it is.
Is the house guarded or open?
It is silent and eerily so.
Yeah, Man, Erdak, look how far. Look, you just wandered a little bit. You could have had a house.
Or a community of
Yeah, I never made it this far.
He walked in circles for
Yeah,
about 30
I'm
years.
convinced I was walking in circles.
Yes. So you were Erdak. You were in the Dwendalian Empire. And sort of you had sort of started off, sort of up. Yeah, but
Well, I mean, we could try and get in here and at
we
least
could see if someone's home.
Maybe,
Get some
maybe
shelter at least.
for a minute.
Hide out.
We could do some fishing.
Maybe they have a whip and they're made out of like lizards or something.
That could work. Or cats.
Out of nine tails.
Cats eat snakes.
Out of nine tails.
or mongooses.
Might as well. It looks empty, right?
I'll go up and
Yeah.
we'll try and see if the door opens.
There's something in the water.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to be near that.
All right. You guys go and try the doors. They're locked.
I'll say Shadow Fang.
All right. So Gerthin goes up to it and says, "Shadow Fang in Draconic." Nothing happens.
Hey,
It was a good.
It works
good
for
idea.
us.
it might actually be good because we now know it's probably not one of
Yeah, it's not that word.
it's not that. Yeah, it's not them. Probably.
I mean, I know a lot of Draconic, so we could be here all day. I guess, are there windows on the ground floor?
There are. Yeah.
Can we knock?
Oh, that's true. Maybe somebody told me
Oh, wow.
bust their window.
I knock.
All right. So you knock. Door swings open.
Hello? Lights on or off?
Off.
Door open. Is that good or bad?
We did want to get in, didn't we?
I walk through.
All right. So you walk through. You see portraits on the wall, and they're of people with sort of how to explain this.
People with.
Like sort of unnaturally long sort of limbs. They have sort of yeah, they have sort of like long arms that they're sort of triple joint or double jointed.
Yeah.
You have long fingers and long.
I don't like this more than the cave. I like this less than the cave.
Should we press on then? Out of here, past this pool?
Yeah, I don't really feel like hanging out here personally.
Yeah, this is.
We could spend the night here.
We
I mean, does it get late in the day?
could. Astari, have you ever been this far?
No, we believe the Valley of the Festerwill Pool to be cursed.
I can
Thanks
see
for calling
why.
us out.
That's good to know.
I guess we should. Oh,
What time of day is it?
It's probably afternoon-ish, heading into evening. So like maybe like between 2 and 5.
Yeah.
I guess we.
My vote would be to keep going. I don't like this place one
This.
bit.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, we could just head on.
But why the door open?
That is a question,
Yeah.
but it may not be worth finding the answers for.
I knocked. That's why it opened.
Huh, that's a lousy key.
Well, y'all didn't knock. Y'all, it would have been locked for you.
Maybe it was just delayed from you opening it.
Oh yeah, I loosened it.
Yeah.
You did utter the
Yeah,
words.
you also did say
Shadow.
shadow thing. Gotcha.
Is there anything interesting?
I don't see
So we're in like the
anything interesting.
foyer right here, right? Because we stepped in to look at the portrait.
Yeah, yeah. So Wilfred's sort of in sort of the foyer or the
Like
atrium.
magic.
Yeah.
So he spent-
I only spent 4 yesterday, so I do detect magic again.
All right, so you cast detect magic again. The whole house is shrouded in sort of an aura of magic.
Perfect. That's what we like to hear.
Items or just
There are no, so the whole house is sort of has an aura of magic.
the house has an aura of magic?
Yes.
It's a mimic.
The house is magic, guys. Not stuff inside the house, but the house.
Yeah, like I said, I think we should come up with
A magical house for the house of the chili set.
Doesn't seem appropriate.
Well, I guess that is why I opened the door. It's magic.
the house is
That makes
Right.
sense. Conjuration magic, abjuration magic,
Let me look.
invocation magic,
Um,
illusion magic.
Just pulls out the betrayal of the house in the build game. This is the
Yeah.
next encounter.
One of you is the traitor.
yeah. Okay. Not me, I swear.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
It
I have
is.
questions.
Who cares what kind of magic it is?
It's magic.
Yeah. Okay. Here it is.
Wilfred's just been standing in the house for a while.
The spooky magic.
But it's like it's an aura. It's not like a individual.
Yeah. It's. I guess it's
The whole
what is
thing.
it?
I slept outside.
You step
Okay.
outside.
Okay. Here you go. I found it. All right. So it is. My apologies. It is evocation magic.
Cool. I step back outside.
You cannot step back outside. As you
Oh,
sort of try and step through the threshold, you are stuck.
Like stuck as in.
There's
just
a
can't move
there's a
outside,
barrier.
or-
There's a barrier on the threshold of the door.
Cool.
Wilfred, what are you doing in there?
Quit messing around.
I beat the.
As you begin banging on the invisible.
Is this charades?
There's no time for games.
I can't move.
Come
I
on,
can't come
let's
out.
keep moving here.
I'll try to walk in.
No, don't. You're gonna be stuck. We won't be able. Oh, would you be able to?
You reach through your
Can you
arms.
reach through? You could. I advise against it.
Well,
But do you do it?
Sure.
So what are you doing, Girthing?
I'll try to reach into the house and grab Will,
All right. So you reach through the house and grab Will.
and then try to pull him out.
So as you try and pull Wilfred out, you find that you can't move your arm back.
Well, just cut it off. Just cut off your arm.
I'll just leave these two.
Cut off your arm and you're
You
good.
have for the past like 3 months.
So we're
Yeah.
in a bit of a pickle, guys.
You have your dispel.
I could try to dispel magic again.
I'll let go of him.
All right, you
Yeah,
let go
I-
of him, and you're able to pull your arm out.
Oh,
Oh,
well, all right.
we learned things today.
What about rope? No. Rhinoceros rope.
Wilfred, can you go further into the house?
Yeah, you might as well.
Should
look
I?
around.
Well, I still have I still have detect magic up. I'll walk around, I guess.
All right, so you begin to walk through the house, and the house
Come on,
is
guys.
so the house is almost like a remember one of those like sort of Mobius strips where you walk up sort of upstairs, and then you end up sort of looking up, and you were
I'm on the ceiling.
so you're on the ceiling, and sort of like the atrium is above you.
Asher house.
What did I take this morning?
Was in that rabbit?
What was in that rabbit? Or maybe it was that smoke, that gas. Could have been the gas from the snake.
Well, I guess we can give him 5 minutes if he's not out.
Yeah, I'll just look around for anything.
Okay. So you're looking for magic items.
Yeah, with detect magic. Yeah.
All right. So you reach sort of a recess in the wall. Sort of like there's sort of like a sort of a place in the wall where you can see, and it's sort of there's something magic behind it.
Can I push through the wall?
Yeah, so you can basically what you can do is you can pull out sort of this little like recess in the wall. You can pull out sort of a flap, and so when you pull it out, sort of a brightly colored sort of stone emblazoned with sort of a sundial on it is there.
Sundial.
Mm-hmm.
Can I grab the sundial and see if I can like turn it or anything?
Okay, so when you turn it, it will cast plane shift on you.
The house just disappears from y'all?
No. So
Or is it just me?
the house doesn't disappear; you disappear.
Oh boy.
Um,
With the sundial in hand, or
with the sundial in hand. So I want to look up one thing.
Undo controls and
quick
load.
divine intervention.
All right, so yeah, it casts plane shift, and you all right, so you get to choose which plane you go to.
Oh, can I choose?
There's one full of candy.
Can I choose like a location in that plane, or am I just like
No,
at the
yeah, the whims.
Feywild?
All right, so you sort of appear in the Feywild, you sort of step out, and you sort of are in sort of a sort of grassy field that's sort of got the sort of the blinding sort of light of the Feywild. This how everything is sort of almost like it's almost like when you're in the sun too long, you come back inside and everything is sort of obnoxiously bright in the sun in the Feywild. So you're seeing in sort of these fields of sort of obnoxious gold.
yeah.
Do I have the sundial still, or is
You
it?
have the sundial still.
Cool. Do I try that? What do I
right.
do?
And I think with you in the Feywild, I think that is where we're going to end tonight's session. That seems like a good stopping point, even though it has only been 2 hours. So.
Little plane shift into the Feywild, and none of us know about it.
Probably stand outside.
Get back soon. It probably happens like really fast, like it's like 4 hours down in the Feywild, and it's like